Salon 2021, which I shall be doing today. This first one is coming to you from Chausson, French manufacturer of motorhomes and campervans. The second one, which will be in 2 hours at 2 o'clock my time, Central European time, will be from a roller team, and the third one is up to you. You can decide which company or which products will be shown in the third live stream. As always, please keep the language suitable, clean, and all the rest of it. Anybody who makes any rude or comments, they will be banned, and it's a total ban. So please, even in joke, don't write anything which may be construed as being a bit suspicious one way or the other. And so yesterday there was some comedian who decided to write, or a couple of them, started to write obscenities, and obviously it's difficult for me to react when I'm on a telephone, but when I've got the computer I can react better. But anyway, I've now learned how to ban these people, so there will be a ban, so please be careful on that one. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this camera around because nobody wants to look at me, and instead you can see what we've got here at Caravan Salon. Now, as always with a live broadcast, what you can do is, this is your opportunity to ask me about things related to van life, or in this case it is related to Chausson vehicles. This, as you can see, this is the day at Caravan Salon where there is the least amount of people. This is the least busy day, and you can, as you can tell, no doubt, there are stacks of people here. So it is going to be rather difficult to get into vehicles at this event. Anyway, so that gentleman there said hello. I hope you said hello back to him. And so what I'm going to do here is just have a little bit of a walk around. Now, Chausson is the same as Challenger. Right? There is no difference between the vans, other than some Chausson vehicles have a different decals and they're called different names. For example, this is the Chausson V697 Roadline, and there is an equivalent Challenger model. I don't know what the equivalent Challenger model is off the top of my head in this case, but there's a Challenger model which is exactly the same. Not only that, this colour which you see here, so this is Chausson, is part of the Trigano group. It's a French company, and they have a number of brands, and another one of their brands is Carmann Mobil, and another one is Foster, and they're all using this colour on some of their vans. Now maybe it's because Fiat are now supplying it in this colour, but I got the impression that they've been done by Trigano, sprayed specially for them. Anyway, that's how I see it. Now, we've got queues of people waiting to get into vehicles, and the point of this is because of the restrictions due to COVID. So if you want to actually get into something, you've got to stand in line and then you can get in. So, but I would like to show this vehicle here, this X550. Now, when this came out around January, or was it December of last year, the dog did a review of it. Of course, it was the Challenger the dog did a review, and not the Chausson, but as I said earlier, they're different. It's the same thing. I think the Challenger model is called the X150, and but what is interesting about this is this vehicle here is only 208 centimeters across. It's got a bed that goes up and down inside. It's got a big lounge. It's 6 meters long. It claims to be a motorhome, which is like a campervan. Some people say it is a campervan. It isn't a campervan, or is it a campervan? Well, it says campervan. It's using the original walls of the vehicle, but as you can see, it's not the original wall, it's a new wall, so it's a motorhome. But anyway, it's very interesting scenes. Obviously, we have filmed it. Actually, I filmed it more than once, and but I find it an exceptionally interesting vehicle. It's thinking outside the box, but you'll see the same layout that is in this van in other vans. Not only belong to the Trigano group, but in other companies. So you've got a rather long lounge, and what they did, I think, was they saw how they built in other vehicles using the same layout and just sort of squashed it. Yeah, so that's how I see what happened. Right, now, I know I started this a little bit earlier than the advertised time, but so if anybody has questions on Chausson, what we'll do is we'll go over to the Chausson vehicle, which you have the questions. I'm going to have a look at it from the outside. Here we see you've got 3 lengths, 11 models, under 640 centimeters, 720 centimeters, and the maxi 720, so, and the medium 7 meters. I'm in a 7 meters. The one is claimed to be an innovation for 2022, and also have 3 configurations: first line, titanium VIP, and titanium premium. I wonder what's going to happen when they sort of run out of exclusive terms. For example, if claiming that something's a titanium VIP, which would look pretty average in a couple of years' time, they'll have to say titanium VIP extra. Then I'll have to say the best titanium VIP extra, and etc., etc. Sort of adding more and more words to it. Now, here we can see the beds going up and down. I really ought to get myself a key, so when I do reviews, I can actually show the beds going up and down. Although I could see that being a problem if anybody caught me doing it, thinking I didn't know how beds actually work. Anyway, as a brand, I'm not particularly pro Chausson. It's it's one of these things which it's all right, but I did actually go out in one of their vehicles in July. July, was it? That's only last month. Last month. It seems like ages ago now. Oh, sorry. I see that the gimbals. You can see the gimbal through. Anyway, not much I can do about that now. You can see the gimbals on the screen. And anyway, so I went out in this Chausson, and I was quite impressed because as we were driving, obviously it was a new van, but often you get the situation where everything's sort of rattling in the motorhome. But this really, nothing was rattling at all, and it was like a far better, a far more premium type motorhome in the way it actually drove. So I really was impressed from that point of view. So I'd have to say that, as well as making the comments about Chausson in general not being my first choice. Let's put it that way. And obviously the same remarks apply to Challenger. Not to see many Challengers on the road, even here in Germany. Well, mind you, Challenger's a French company anyway. So, family approved. Here it says it's got a 7-year water ingress guarantee, so water shouldn't get in. On the subject of water getting in, I mean, it's what you've got here. You've got a wall here. You've got another wall here. You knew that, but how do you think these walls are glued together? The roof's glued on, and this is where the water gets in. So these elements, so the water gets through these things eventually. What happens, because the thing's shaking around you as you move around, you drive down roads full of holes and all the rest of it, and that causes eventually the seals to break. So that's why I think a long water ingress guarantee is a good thing. In fact, I'd be quite insistent on that. Now, I tell people not to buy new vans. If you bought one of these, if you ordered one of these here now, today, I suspect you would have it for next summer. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I suspect you possibly would have it. Depends on the van. There might be some delays. They might tell you, okay, you can't have it in white. You've got to have it in smashed up, broken black because it caught fire or something like that. And that is always a possibility. Anyway, but anyway, coming back to the subject, I tell people to buy used, but also to buy used vehicles which are not very old. That's how I see it. So if somebody's had a go going out in a motorhome or caravan or caravan, I don't know what caravans are, motorhome or camper van, and they didn't really like it. So they are the people to sort of buy things off. Hello, Annie. Oh, it's the middle of the night where you are. So if it's 12 o'clock here, it's now 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning in Texas. Anyway, so if you can, don't buy new, buy used. Buy one from a reputable dealer where you've got 5 a.m. Oh, so there is 7 hours between here and Texas. So, oh, and Darren's just said he loves me. Well, that's understandable. Who wouldn't? Anyway, so buy a used vehicle if you can, but from a reliable source. That's my advice to anybody wanting to buy. But first, you don't buy. You rent. If you like the rental, then you keep renting. So thanks, Annie, for not missing my premiere. And it's not really a premiere, this one. This is a live broadcast. Not quite the same thing. Anyway, what I think I'll do, I'm going to finish now for this one. The next the next live broadcast from here will be in 2 hours' time. It'll come from Roller Team. And so thanks for watching, and all the best from Dusseldorf. I will be doing individual films of these, hopefully when there's not so many people around. Thanks for watching.